Good morning, everyone. Today, I'll talk about physics in swimming. Swimming depends on buoyancy, which is the ability to float, and Newton's laws of motion. Let's talk about Archimedes Principle, which states that the upward buoyant force exerted on a body fully or partially immersed in a fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by it. When we are in water, we push some of it towards the sides and then upwards, just like displacing water in a bathtub, so the water level rises. In a swimming pool, gravity pulls back the water that we lifted up, so that water pushes us back with the same amount of force with which we pushed it. This equilibrium of forces makes us float. If the density of an object is less than that of water, then the object will float. If the density of an object is more than that of water, then the object will sink. So, a fat person floats whereas a muscular person sinks. While floating, the center of mass is very close to the belly button, whereas the center of buoyancy is near the lungs, as air in the lungs is not dense and it floats more. We can float horizontally by number 1, changing our center of buoyancy, which can be done by stretching our arms up. Number 2, kicking, which causes an upward force that pushes us upwards. Number 3, keeping a good amount of air in the lungs. It is friction that makes us move and also slow down in water. The 3 laws of Newton are given here. We'll understand with the help of these 3 laws. The first one being called as the law of inertia, the second one giving us the formula of force, and the third one being called as the action-reaction law. The third law of action and reaction explains that when we push water, it pushes us back in the opposite direction with the same force. This is called propulsive drag. Using the first law, a swimmer in motion will stay in motion unless stopped by another force. This force that stops the swimmer is known as the frontal drag. Now, using the second law, the swimmer's speed is a constant battle between the two forces called the propulsive drag and the frontal drag. To swim faster, either the propulsive drag is increased or the frontal drag is reduced. Frontal drag can be reduced by keeping our hands at the correct position and keeping the feet at flexible angles. We can also move our arms and feet faster and keep our fingers at an angle of 10 degrees from one another. So this was all about physics involved in swimming. I hope you enjoyed watching. Have a good day.